Going with one of our first Pathfinder 2nd Edition builds, we're going to go with Krillin from the Dragonball series coming up. What's going on, gamers? My name is Scott, and welcome to 5 Minute Tabletop. If this is your first time here, we do everything as far as news, reviews, and games, and all kinds of stuff within 5 minutes or less, because you don't have a whole lot of time, and neither do I. So I reached out across Facebook, and I said, hey, what kind of builds would you all like to see? And if there's more builds that you would like to see, you can put some down in the comments below. But one of the first ones that struck me was someone posted, hey, I really want to play a Krillin monk. If you're not familiar with who Krillin is, he's from the Dragonball series. And he's the only human that's been able to kind of keep up with, the outrageousness that is Goku and everything else that happens in that world. But he has a whole plethora of abilities, and I've found a way to at least emulate every single one of those abilities that he showcases throughout the series. All right, let's get straight into this build. Obviously, Krillin is going to be a human monk. We went ahead and took the martial disciple background. Just with a look at our ability scores, we focused on strength, dex, and charisma. We got a little bit of wisdom here just to get the higher initiative. Moving down to level 1, we're going ahead with the versatile heritage, take that incredible initiative. Again, to get that speed that Krillin is known for. Key strike is an interesting one. Yes, we're taking it at level 1, and that's more really as a prerequisite to key blast, which we need later. But yes, it does improve your basic melee attacks. It does give that extra damage that you're looking for. Ancestry feat, we have natural ambition to get key rush. So now we have key strike and key rush at level 1, allowing us to really move in there and hit stuff fast. 4 is where things start really coming together for this Krillin build. In order to get the effects that we need to mimic those abilities, we're going to have to jump into a magic class. Personally, I took sorcerer. Level 5, we get our next ability boost. We're going to go ahead and bump strength, wisdom, dex, and charisma, all for obvious reasons. You need that charisma for those spell attacks, for the few attacks that you will have that will rely on that spell class ability. Wisdom, again, for that initiative beat. Dex and strength, obviously, for your AC and your attacks. Level 6, we're going to pick basic sorcerer spell casting. This is what's going to allow you to pick up the spells that we're looking for here in Krillin. So I chose for cantrips Read Aura, just because they always have the ability to sense when other key users are around. And then I also picked up Daze. And the reason I did that is it's just a cheap man's solar flare. So now we're picking up Magic Missile. And we're picking that up for the scatter shot. This also fills in the slot there for the double key gun, if that's the route you want to go with. But either way, it fills in that niche. Where this really starts to shine is Key Blast. Key Blast is either 1, 2, or 3 actions, which is pretty cool. Not only does it increase the damage depending on the actions, but also the range. So you're looking at, to begin with, a 15-foot cone, which is a nice little blast. But really, go ahead and sink in that 3 actions to get that really big Kamehameha that you're looking for with that 60-foot blast of 4d6. And also at level 8, you're starting to expand your spells. And here, at level 3, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up Blindness. And that's what we're really looking at for our Solar Flare. Yes, it's not a daylight type spell, there's no sunlight, but it does achieve the effect that we're looking for, which is that temporary blindness of your target. Well, now we're picking up the Ancestry feat Aeromancer. Why? Because we can fly. You can't have Krillin or any of the Z fighters really without the ability to fly. With the Ancestry with Aeromancer, it does allow you to at least do it once per day. Go ahead and really building into that. Level 10, we also picked up Abundant Step, which if you take a look at it, it's exactly what happens in the majority of the Z series. You have this incredible movement which allows you to teleport a short distance, basically people getting behind another and then shooting off that blast. At level 12, we pick up Bloodline Breadth, and what this does is it allows you to pick up extra spell slots for your sorcerer archetype. It really comes in handy, allowing you to have some more spells. At level 1, what this gives us is a second spell slot that we'll use for Fleet Step. Fleet Step gives us a 30-minute movement speed, increasing that already insanely fast speed that we have. But it will only get up better as we go on. At level 13, we take up Aerolist from Ancestry feat. This gives us a little bit more movement speed while we're flying, as well as kind of bonus for acrobatics in the air. Level 14, we're going to go ahead and pick up Meditative Focus. What this does is it allows us, when we take that refocus action, to get 2 points back instead of just 1. Level 16 is another big boost for this class. We're going to pick up Powerful Leap as well as Expert Sorcerer Spellcasting. What Expert Sorcerer spellcasting does is it now gives us access to 4, 5, 6 level spells. Because our spell slots increase, our breadth also kicked in. So now we have an extra slot for level 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So what this allows us to do is we get to pick up Mirror Image. Mirror Image is your try technique, making it harder for folks to hit you. We get to pick up Haste for all the obvious reasons that you would have Haste in this build. You also get to go back and grab Fireball for that photon charge. When you pick up this 5th level spell, you get to summon a dragon. It's Krillin. It's the Dragonball Z series. We're gonna summon the dragon. And then finally, we get Disintegrate. Disintegrate is the closest thing that I could find to Destructo Disc. Get in there, teleport in their face, Kamehameha, get out of there, Destructo Disc. You can have the full suite of Krillin's abilities, which I was really excited that I was able to pull all that off. Thank you all so much for showing up this week. I hope that this build video helps you out, and the whole build is gonna be down in the description below. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.